this is a story I've been meaning to get to all week, but the federal wildland firefighters, who currently make about, or even as little as $13.45 an hour, could get a long-awaited pay raise if the bipartisan infrastructure package, making its way through Congress, eventually gets to President Biden's desk. The $1 trillion bill, which passed the Senate on Tuesday, but still needs the approval of the House, would provide $600 million to increase the base salaries for firefighters within the Interior Department and the agricultural department by up to about $20,000 or 50% a year, whichever is less. It would also convert at least 1,000 seasonal firefighters to permanent positions. Firefighters have been leaving the federal service, as it has been reported earlier this summer, in large part due to the low wages paid for dangerous, unpredictable work. The departures are making it harder for crews to respond to an increasing number of forest fires, and more than 3 million acres have burned so far this year across the United States, and 1 million more acres than had burned at the same time last year, according to the National Interagency Fire Center. Federal firefighters can often find higher wages elsewhere. While the average yearly salary for a U.S. Forest Service firefighter is $38,000 a year, California state-employed firefighters get paid a median base salary of around $71,000, according to an analyst. And this is a pretty big step. I've never seen anything like it before, but we don't feel it goes far enough, said Reva Duncan, who retired as a federal firefighter in December and currently serves as the executive secretary of the advocacy group Grassroots Wildland Firefighters. The group is calling for a 50% raise for the federal firefighters across the board, as well as a reclassification of the federal job series to better reflect the dangerous nature of a firefighter's job. And that kind of change would make sure firefighters are not scrambling to pick up overtime and hazard pay in order to survive financially, Duncan said. But the California Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein, who has advocated for higher firefighter pay, wrote in a recent op-ed that the $20,000 bump provided by the bill would narrow the salary gap between federal and state firefighters, but it would not eliminate it. Her state is currently battling its second largest wildfire ever. Feinstein, along with the Montana Republican Senator Steve Daines, they have pushed for a separate bill that would go further and create a new federal job classification and higher pay series for firefighters. The move by Congress follows an executive action announced by Biden in June that it will pay permanent firefighters a 10% incentive bonus this year and a $1,000 spot reward to temporary firefighters this season. It ensures that no one makes less than $15 an hour, a rate the president called unacceptable. But Biden has made it clear that he blames the climate change for the increased threat of wildfires, in the stark contrast to his predecessor, the former squatter Donald Trump, who asserted that climate change was not playing a role at a California basically he claimed that the climate change was not playing a role at a California wildfire briefing last year. Biden has made combating the climate change a key part of his policy agenda, and he's committing to reducing the country's greenhouse gas emissions. The infrastructure bill, which he backs, includes billions of dollars for the wildfire risk reduction efforts, as well as the clean energy investments and electric vehicle plug-ins. Now, the firefighter raise is tucked into the massive piece of bipartisan legislation, and it says it touches on a broad part of the American economy. But not only would it invest in the traditional infrastructure projects like roads, bridges, and the railroads, it also funnels money to boost the nation's broadband network, and it provides thousands of electric school buses, and to start addressing the racial discrimination in infrastructure. And the bill next needs to be taken up and voted in by the House, and hopefully that can get done. But I agree. I said these firefighters are risking their fucking lives every damn day, and they're getting paid shit money. I said that's why they're leaving. I said so if you give them like a major raise, then they would think about staying. So if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel RBW King, and also hit the notification bell so that you would know if ever a new video comes out. And thanks for listening.